Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
What's up, everybody? This is PJ Braun, and I'm here with special guest Cody Montgomery, who we just signed to the company at the time of this video. This is old news to you guys now. But he was down in Florida doing some crazy training with Chris the Real Deal Cormier and Ben Bikulski, pushing him through some legs and some other body parts that I think the leg workout's out already, right, Cody? Did we put that video out already?
Yes, that video's out.
And then what else did you guys do? Some arms?
We did some arms. That video's not out. And then we did back, but that wasn't filmed.
All right. Well, we had Cody with me, and I wanted to take him through my style of high volume, which I know Cody said he liked to do high volume as well. So getting into it, I always start out with some kind of cable isolation move just to loosen up. And what I told Cody is, you're a stronger guy than I am already at your young age. So what I'll do is I'll put weights that I think are going to be, around maximal for me, and you just go until failure on everything. So.
Yeah, it was interesting. I've never really warmed up with that, with a unilateral to where you're not doing, because I usually would do like, a regular bar or a pull up or something like that. So it was a good change up, and it was just, a good warm up, I think.
Yeah, the great thing about unilateral exercises is that, you're young and fresh and you haven't destroyed yourself yet, and hopefully you never do. But when you have bad injuries and, different parts of your body, it's really easy for the healthier sides to dominate and develop imbalances, and that eventually leads to other injuries. It throws off your aesthetics. So I do think even if you're not injured, it's a good idea to add in unilateral exercises and make sure you're concentrating on everything.
I think so too, especially with people that have, more of a dominant side or any kind of curvature in the spine. They'll connect with one side of their body more than the other. So like, talking like, doing dumbbells over barbell and things like that. Absolutely.
And it's good that you already figured that out. I wish that I figured these things out when I was younger instead of being so obsessed with heavy militaries and heavy bench presses and, all the things that high risk moves. But, so getting past the little warm up that we did in the beginning, we supersetted a stiff arm pull down, right? We supersetted these with what? What else were we doing here?
I think we did a pull, like a seated pulley of some sort. I'm almost positive.
I guess we'll see. The funny thing is, folks, we actually watched this video already, and we still managed to forget.
Okay, so it's been over T-bar.
So what I told Cody, I was like, the toughest thing about my style of training and my belief system is the pace. And I don't ever blow smoke people up their asses or anything, but Cody, he did as good, if not better, than anybody else as far as keeping up with the pace. And I've made people throw up plenty of times. And, we weren't doing legs, but back is still a pretty tough body part to go. But, he kept right there with me with the pace. So, he definitely earned my respect right away. And I think it's cool when guys are super, super strong for sure. But if you're super strong and you're sitting there for 10 minutes, that's boring to me. So I like to see a lot of action, a lot of movement. And, Cody killed it. So.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's really, it's a testament for me to say this because I've trained with people that are quote unquote fast pace, and that's their definition and your definition are way different. This was probably the fastest workout I've ever done. As far as
I like doing that. I hope that's not just because I'm the boss on the phone right now.
No, of course not. But no, seriously, in all respect, you do train fast, and that it has different benefits, especially if you're used to going slow and stuff. I mean, I don't know how much cardio you have to do, but I'm sure you have to do far less training like this than if you were taking, really long breaks.
And that's a really good point too, that, people out there, if they're looking for different styles of training, there actually is scientific study that shows when you train at a high pace like this, you release more growth hormone, which in turn, helps burn body fat and keeps you leaner. Plus, you're burning a lot of calories when you're moving at a pace like this. So that is absolutely correct. You will wind up having to do less cardio. I want to make it a point to say that I believe in this style of training, and if I was, training clients, I would take them through this, but there are so many different types of training and techniques, and you have to just find out what works best for you.
And not even what works best for one person. I think, some people, they'll get too one-sided on their training. You need to always be switching it up. Like this kind of training, this got me a lot sore than, if I had done 500-pound deadlifts, like a heavy workout. So I think, go back between, heavy, workouts or, maybe like a growth phase. And then, this is really, I really like this type of training when I'm coming up to a show.
That's great.
Because the cardio and everything.
No, you're known for being pretty freakishly strong already for your age. What are some of your craziest lifts?
Oh, right now, this off season I haven't been all that strong, but past off season I think last off season was probably the strongest I got, and I was I could squat 6 plates for reps and deadlift 6 plates for reps, and just pretty much it was all of my lifts were the strongest last year. Now it's just I've changed my style of training. I'm not a teenager anymore, even though it's it's only a few months past that.
Yeah. You're an old guy now.
I'm an old man now, and now I'm training smarter, I guess. But I've seen better results, and my joints don't hurt as much, and things like that,
Good. Little cameo appearance from Aaron O'Connell, another Blackstone Labs athlete, men's physique pro, who's trains out of Busybody. He's got a little crazy beard going on there. So we cut out a lot of this workout, but this is a pretty cool little thing here that Trevor did with the gauntlet, he called it, as we were running around through our supersets. And basically what we did is as soon as the other person finished, the other person went. So if you wanted a break, your only break was while the other person was going. We did that. We went through that 4 times. Everything that you guys see in this video, we did 4 rotations of each group of supersets. So obviously if we put that whole video out, it'd be a 45-minute long video, and we'd run out of things to talk about. But when you are doing volume like this, guys that are watching and learning, you can definitely and should definitely use more volume. When you're doing crazy heavy stuff, you got to bring the volume down a little bit. But when you're running around doing supersets and stuff like this, you can definitely get away with doing a lot more sets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a cool angle to show how quick we really are going, and that there really isn't much BS in between sets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much go.
I like to do hammer strength exercises when I'm doing supersets because, you just throw your plate on and you can bounce back and forth. And when you're going at a really fast pace like that, you don't want to be running around trying to find dumbbells or, loading up barbells and stuff like that. I have a love-hate relationship with hammer strength. I think they're great for supersets, but as far as if I'm going to focus on some slow, real compound movements, I'm going to get over and I'm going to focus on those when I'm going heavy, and that's when you work the stabilization muscles and everything else, and you really get the most out of that. I really think that I see a lot of people spend all their time on machines and hammer strength and stuff like that. And, people are like, oh, you're a pussy if you train like that. You're not, but you're missing out on a lot of the other muscles that need to be activated during stabilization movements. So you have to factor in a time and a place for all these different exercises.
Not to mention, at this point in the workout, we're pretty fatigued, and doing, heavy compound movements or, something that's going to put your body in a vulnerable position. These are pretty safe machines,
Yes. So I know from here,
yeah, we
showed a bunch of that.
Real good.
Back to another pullover exercise. And this is one, I've talked about him before. Dr. Michael Trachnia taught me this, and he's the guy that works on Evanston Tapani up in Connecticut. Good buddy of mine. This motion, this stiff arm motion with the rope, it mimics a dumbbell pullover, but it's completely safe. You're obviously facing the complete opposite way. You're facing down, whereas the dumbbell pullover where you're laying on the bench. But I always like to show this to people. I was pretty sure you hadn't done this variation of this move before. And it puts such a great stretch all the way through the insertion point of your lats, all the way up into your armpits. It's great after you've done tons of rows to just open it all back up again and feel that stretch and that burn like that.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely never done anything that tilted over. I'd obviously done them standing up a little bit more upright, but it was really good, and I can't lie, I've done them since then. So if that tells anybody anything.
So at this point, we had already done a lot. How would you feel your pump was, as far as a normal workout? Was it as good, not as good, the same?
I would say it was pretty good. Obviously being on the road and stuff, I wasn't at, my 100%, as far as what my pump could have been, but due to the circumstances and everything, I think I got just about as good a pump as I could have. I mean, I can tell you that I was about dead by the end of it. Just like, as far as I felt like I did cardio, but I mean, that's good,
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt, like I left everything in the gym, even though it was only about 45 minutes, or an hour or whatever it was that it took to train. But, yeah, it's in and out and you're pretty much dead after it.
Yeah, I think we got it all done in about maybe 50 minutes. It was nothing less than an hour. When I'm alone, it's 45 minutes. I mean, we might have went, maybe perhaps, individually faster, but because there's two of us, it takes a little bit longer. But our pace was, pretty relentless the whole time. And, it's nice for me. Anytime I get, like a young guy that's like an up and comer that I know is going to be a big deal, it kind of makes me like push myself a little harder like I used to, when I was competing. Cause, I still do train pretty hard, but it's easy to get into a routine when you're not competing anymore of just, going through the motions. And so it was fun for me to, see the future, of the sport and, be side by side with you and think, not that I'm an old man, but I got years on you. That's for
Well,
sure.
I think it's really cool because, like people have probably heard in the previous videos, I started following PJ, I think probably '09 or 2010. As soon as I got started in bodybuilding, he was one of the first people I started following. And believe it or not, I don't even know if PJ knows this, but I got his autograph at, the Arnold Classic 2011, I think it was.
I did not know that actually.
At the
Holy
Species
crap.
booth. So that goes way back.
I wonder if there's a picture of that floating around anywhere. That'd be a great throwback Thursday.
That would be a great throwback. But, I remember because Cody Lewis was there that year.
Yeah.
With Species. But yeah, no, it was, a pleasure to train with you. And, it was really cool just because, I used to watch you and Aaron, when I was first starting out in bodybuilding. So, it's kind of surreal now that I'm working alongside you guys.
Well, I'm flattered to hear that. And, we couldn't be happier to have you. We're almost done with the workout. Why don't you give everybody a little heads up at where you're at right now? You're training for nationals. You still got plenty of time. How's everything going?
It's going really good. I just got started into the semester. So, usually when I get started in the semester, it takes me a couple weeks to get, fully kicking, with my schedule and everything. But, training's really good. I'm a little bit under 245 right now. So I put on about, 10 more pounds since this video.
Wow.
Just getting more consistent with training and eating and everything. And, I feel really good. Aceto is, keeping close watch on me, making sure that I'm not screwing up or anything. But it's going really good and I'm really excited. I think there'll be some new videos, coming out in the future, on my page as well as, Blackstones and Primes. So, everybody just, keep on following and, I always appreciate all the support and I see everything and, whether I reply or not, I really do appreciate it, all the support.
Well, that's awesome, man. We're closing out now. We got one more minute left. We did a little bit of posing at the end. Cody is really good. I think Chris Cormier and myself don't necessarily love the way you do your side chest. We're going over little pointers right here. But you got a huge future. We couldn't be happier to have you. You got some great guys in your corner. You got the guru of all diet coaches in your corner, Chris Cormier. You got guys like Ben Pekulski. I'm here to help you anytime you want. You got two great supplement companies, so you got a lot.
Yeah, no,
at your fingertips, man. It's going to be exciting to see what you do.
Excited for 2015. This is the most excited I've been for a year for sure.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for more videos from Cody and Blackstone Labs, and that's it.